Today we're installing our sandwich freestanding shower enclosure. It has a pergola top, and once you take off the protective plastic, you can see it comes stacked in components. You have your posts, fence panels, gate, pergola top, and just has to be assembled on site. The shower enclosure we're installing today, like all our shower enclosures, are made from AZEK, which allows us a long life and low maintenance in the product. They're factory pre-painted in components, panels, posts, gates, for easy installation. Today we're installing our shower enclosure for a dealer display. So we're not going to be digging any holes. So we brought a template with us, and just as we would when we dig holes, we'll measure our diagonals and make sure that our spacing is correct. If we were digging holes, we would dig them approximately 10 to 12 inches in diameter, and then the depth is approximately 32 inches depending on any grade changes. Once we've dug our holes, an important reminder is that we strongly recommend that the gate posts, the posts on either side of the gate, are concreted in the ground for stability. The gate posts on our shower enclosure have wood cores inside. Now all the posts are blank, so you're asking, how can I tell which posts are the gate posts? One easy way to tell is the weight. The gate posts, a lot heavier than the standard posts. The first thing I do with my posts before I set them in the ground is I check the instructions again to make sure I know the proper distance from the top of the post to the top of the panel. I make a mark on the posts so that when I install them, I know where the panel goes. With every kit, you get a box of hardware. It'll come like this, all condensed into one. When you open it up, you'll have all your fasteners, your screws, your hurricane brackets for the joists and the top pergola portion. And you'll have your gate hardware, latches and hinges. You might notice as I install the screws into my shower enclosure, I run the screw in and then back out and then back in again. Reason is, these are self-drilling screws, and when you put them in initially, they'll want to push the panel out, back the screw out, make the panel tight again, and put the screw back in, and it'll be snug. We have our posts and our panels up, and the thing that's important to remember on that step is to make sure you have the proper distance from the top of the post to the top of your panel. In each panel we put 16 screws, 4 on the inside, 4 on the outside on both ends. Right now we're putting the hurricane clips onto our beams while they're on the ground. It's a lot easier, a lot simpler to measure. We marked our centers so we know where our brackets are going to land. Brackets have a hole in them. You can center it right on that center line, center of the beam front to back, and then we'll just screw them on. Right now we're marking our joists for location on top of the pergola. We mark the bottom so we know where the edges of our beams are, so we can center them front to back. And now we're marking the tops for our lathing so that when we get up there, we can drop our lathing right on our lines. A little tip, put a little X on the side of the line where the lathing is going and you won't forget. You can see this is what we call the back of the gate. It has an X brace and the framing is thicker than the front. This is the face of our gate, easily identified by the faux panel cleats and the thinner rails. And now that we've decided which way our gate will swing, we need to apply our latch block. The reason it's loose is so you can put the block on either side of the gate depending on how you want the gate to swing. In this case, it's going to be on the left side of our gate. Now we have to attach it, center it on the gate, top to bottom. You can easily identify the center by the nails in the front of the gate. And we're going to use finish nails to apply it. We leave the middle alone so that we have room to drill our hole for our latch. Our latch block is fastened to the gate with stainless steel finish nails, come with the kit. I install them the top and bottom, making sure that they go through into the frame of the gate on the back side. And then I install one in the center on the side, again, so that it'll go into the framing of the gate. Right now we're going to put the hardware on the door before we hang it. We'll put the hinges on, and I have my spacing for my hinges. I make sure they're square and centered on each rail. Then I'll put on my latch on the other side. That way when I stand up the gate, the hardware is perfectly positioned and I can mark my post. Now we're ready to hang our gate, and one quick tip, the hinge side of the gate should have a space between the gate and the post of 1/4 inch, or approximately 1/4 inch. So we use a wedge, and in this case I used my square as my wedge, slid it between the gate and the post, and now my hands are free. We put on the bottom 2 cups first, and the reason we do that and we don't put on all 4 is if we make an error in height or spacing, we only have to change 2 cups. So once we put on the top cups, we can put on the striker and the keeper on the latch, and we're all done. Now we're installing our privacy cleats. This is a shower enclosure after all, so privacy is important. The privacy cleats are also made out of AZEK, and they're simply screwed to the posts behind the gate. All of our shower kits come with an AZEK decking option. The last thing we did is, it's an option. You could have a mirror, you could have a utility cabinet, and we put those on in the inside.